Us are here as well. You know, they're rooting for puCK.
I'm a Protoss. I'm actually
exactly.
rooting for puCK, man.
You're here right now because you said I want to. Yeah. So without further ado, here we are on King Sejong Station in the top left-hand corner, up by 1, the current King of the North from Season 2, Elevate MaSa.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the red Protoss player from Root OSC. Put your hands together for puCK.
All right, here we are.
On another very cold Canada map.
Figures, you know, we are here in Toronto. Wonderful, wonderful Toronto.
You know, I'm really happy that the weather's actually pretty nice over here right now.
It is, yeah. Apparently it's like really, really hot in Boston. I didn't realize it was, but I thought usually Toronto and Boston had very similar weather, but it's like a lot cooler here right now, apparently. So.
Well, I really am interested to see, is puCK going to mix it up? Because again, that's one of the big questions that's been on my mind. Different players have said different things about how puCK has been playing. Kelazor, one of the players that said, oh, you know, puCK, he's just so diverse in his builds.
Yep.
And then you'd come around and Scarlet or something would say, oh, puCK, he goes for the same thing every single game. And it's like, which one is it? Nobody seems to have this consensus. Man? And I don't trust puCK when I ask him this question because puCK is a troll. Let's be real.
puCK is quite the troll indeed, yeah. He'd be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's like, Ravi, take a step back. Take a step back.
And he has that look. You look at you, and he's just like, I can't tell.
It makes you feel bad about asking.
I really can't tell. Like, I feel like an idiot right now. Or no, you can't feel like an idiot. You got to take a stand and say, no, you're trolling.
You got to have confidence.
Exactly. So,
but we do have a very fast factor coming out right now from MaSa. He is going to be one base in it for a little bit. And I would gotta say, it's pretty common to see this kind of thing on King Sejong Station. It's pretty short by air distances, a little bit longer by ground. So very often you'll end up seeing things like the Widow Mine drop, moving into the Liberator opening.
Yep. So it's really good on this map too, just to be able to go ahead. If you see that natural mineral line, it's awfully close there by air. So, I mean, here we go, though. puCK, I think he did scout with the probe, so he should at least know, have some kind of idea that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, MaSa.
How do you prepare for this as a Protoss player when you know?
When you know that it's going to be a one-base attack, really a lot of the times players will just go for a really fast robo. They'll just make sure that they get up their pylons in position is probably one of the most important things. Make sure your pylons are in a very good position.
The best Protoss offensive unit in the game.
You don't want it too far out, because if it's too far out, it's very easily picked off by a lot of the cyclones and everything. You want it close enough to your nexus that you have those fast warp-ins.
Yep.
But you also want to make sure that it's not just too far in, because then you're just giving up ground, especially if siege tanks or liberators start coming in the mix. You want to have it far enough out. So it's a lot of this kind of fine balancing versus the different things you're going to be facing off against. Widowmine is now finishing on up, and we do have a couple of MaSa's units moving along that top side.
All right, and you know, he's also scouting around, very, very smart. It's not even like he just did it one time and said, all right, I'm going to slack off for the next game. No, this Marine, he found the Nexus the last time, so hey. Maybe he'll find a hatchery or something, you know?
Yeah, I think even just confirming a couple of things. One, make sure there's no probe just roaming around on the map, allowing, you know, counterattack capabilities, but also just making sure, yeah, the adepts aren't moving around the map.
Yeah.
Gonna try and do a counterattack. Because, yes, while MaSa could do a lot of damage and puCK probably wants all of his units at home, if there is even one adept that's just denying money at the natural expansion, that would be a huge problem, because MaSa wants to rally all of his units straight across the map. He doesn't want to have to leave them at home. Yeah. This push is all about putting on pressure really quickly.
Yeah, he's going to be putting on the pressure, and he is adding Hellions to this one here. So there's a Hellion that is at home, and I wonder if he does drop into the natural, or it looks like he wants to go right into the natural. So I think there is a Hellion with this. Oh, no, it's a Widowmine. So Widowmine drop coming through. puCK going to put those probes off the line immediately.
Yeah.
Already 3 adepts here, but no pylon.
Very interesting that MaSa decides to move in with just the Widow Mines and the Marines and not the Liberator. Oftentimes you'll end up seeing Terran players kind of waiting around, timing it out so that they both come in at the same time, but we do have, I believe, some of those Hellions coming in, but the Hellions getting focus fired down. Seems like most of them are going to get very low health. Citizens arrest. The Hellions do kill off a couple of workers, but honestly not that much damage being done by MaSa.
Nah, the real damage being done is, well, I was going to say the mining time that was lost there, so 2 probes do die to those Hellions, and now here comes the Liberator to follow it up, but it does get gets spotted.
It does get scouted, and we do have the medevac trying to find another angle to move in, and it looks like the natural expansion going to be the main target.
Oh.
Stalker is going to have to be in a very careful spot over here. The Widowmine does get focus fire down. Nice focus fire from puCK, and the Marines do get lifted up, so MaSa going to be able to keep it alive. Denying mining again for a little bit longer. puCK obviously not going to enjoy that too much, but again, MaSa has a command center behind this. He's getting up engineering because he's getting up his production. This has no longer become this thing that has to do a ton of damage. I think just the lost mining time at this point has paid for itself.
Yeah, and if you look at the worker count, it's 36 to 38, and he's also mining, right? So, yeah, the income definitely favoring MaSa. And, okay, nice micro with the Warp Prism, and he takes out the Liberator. That's puCK for you, I'll tell you right now. When it comes down to micro, he is on point.
You know, puCK is the very first player I ever saw do that kind of thing versus Liberators. It was back in the early days, the Wings of Liberty, or the Legacy of the Void beta, and every single Protoss player saying, I have to open Stargate because Liberators just imba David Kim, please. But puCK was like, no, you know what? I have a Warp Prism and I can make this work.
This Marine is a G. Oh, he's now dead. Damn. I thought he had some potential.
Private Ryan finally deceased.
He wasn't even a private. He was just, you know, random dude they found and said, hey, bro, there's a pylon over there. I need you to start shooting.
Gave him a gun and I was like, look, you're the distraction. Good luck.
Is this the building? Okay, I can beat that. Little did he know it had photons inside of it.
Well, Stalker's going to be able to push in over here at the front. Blink is not finished up, but the War Prism going to provide all the blink that puCK needs. And he's actually going to be able to pick up a lot of these Marines since the bunker's not finished up. SCV is also being pulled off the line. A couple of them already starting to go down. Even the medevac actually almost taking a couple of shots.
Yeah, I really like that micro, you know, puCK, the independent Protoss don't need no blink as he uses that War Prism instead. But he is getting blink as well, and he's continuing to go for that style where he will add on the disruptors right after. So I love it. Gravitic drive for that, for the War Prism.
Yeah, going to be able to really put on the pressure over here as, again, MaSa just has to pull workers off a mineral line to repair, even have to repair up his refinery. Actually has 3 guys repairing his refinery, no? Around 3 guys. I almost thought that was a mistake. I was like, does he think they're mining?
They're mining,
yeah. It's like they're mining, but they're just doing it really slowly.
They're slackers. They're
like, big link into the main base. Gonna be able to snipe off a lot of these Marines. Might even focus right down the medevacs pretty soon, but it just seems like the unit count isn't there. Siege Tank also getting taken out.
Nice pickup.
Nice pickup from MaSa. Keeps it alive a little bit longer.
Oh, the blink micro, because it is done now, so he actually has real blinks now, but he can continue to use the Warp Prism even when the blink is on cooldown, so he has blinks for days. I do like this position from MaSa with the Siege Tank, but here he comes with the SCVs. puCK is just going to blink on out of there, though.
Yeah, but I think he's going to feel pretty happy about how much damage he did. Pulled off a ton of workers, killed off a bunch of units, and even though he only killed 3 workers, it's just that constant damage. It's almost like you would look at that and say, most other Protoss players, this is super committed aggression. He is going hard on this. He is in such a dangerous spot, but puCK loves to walk that line. And in a sense, it becomes uncommitted aggression because he always thinks, I have a way out. Killing off a couple more workers over here with the Disruptor, but the War Prism not around. Gonna end up losing it. Probably,
where did that come from?
Yeah, probably not the best trade. But
not really, but I think that the missile turret might have taken it out. And yeah, you said that this is very light pressure, you know, coming out from puCK where he goes in, but he's taking the third behind it. I remember we saw Creature a bit yesterday doing something like that where he did go really deep with the Stalkers, but he ended up losing a bit more.
Oh, might be able to kill off a Siege Tank, even going to be able to kill off a Liberator. And guess what? That's Starport trying to build that, or the factory building a reactor, hopefully for the Starport, but nope, the Stalker's going to be getting on that and also getting on top of those SCVs. Need to repair that. Does get the repair down.
Yeah, reactors take forever to build, and they're 50 gas there. But now MaSa on the left-hand side is going to surprise puCK with a drop here right at the third base. And this is what puCK was trying to build up to. And if he's not careful, he just might lose it. But I think with that photon overcharge in these units and the Warp Prism, good micro once again. Oh my goodness. Keeping all of these units alive, puCK with the micro, never really slacking on it while MaSa is trying. Gonna take down that medevac. But MaSa is getting some decent value trying to target down the Stalkers. What is this? What is going on?
We are seeing just drop micro versus drop micro, but puCK, of course, just has a little bit too much, and he is actually sitting up almost 25 supply right now, sitting in a really comfortable and great spot, getting up his Dark Shrine, getting up Resonating Glaive. MaSa may be in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, I love how there were like Stalkers at the top that was just like watching it. Like, we could go in and blink and probably make this a lot easier.
Fight. This is about pride at this point. It's not actually about killing the units, it's about showing who is boss.
Basically, right? So, Disruptor. I thought that was a rogue one, but
I like the sim forward. MaSa almost was like, I'm going to pick the nope, let's get out of here.
That doesn't seem like a good idea to not anymore.
Killing off the Observer, that might not seem like the biggest deal, but not just for Widowmines. It's a really big deal. Oh my god, the Disruptor almost gets a shot off. Barely managed to save the Disruptor though, as MaSa just tried to go for the focus fire, but puCK getting a really good trade over here, killing off a lot of the bio for MaSa.
Yeah, just going and trading right now while he's mining from the third base. MaSa did take the second base, or rather the third base here at the north, so puCK could put the pressure there, but he's choosing to go right on here at the natural. I mean, like he can break MaSa, perhaps.
Even if he gets between the natural and the third expansion of MaSa, he is going to be putting on pressure, because then he can just use a couple of units to put on pressure. He doesn't have to move in with his entire army. Getting some good Blink Micro, it does become more difficult to actually use that Blink Micro as the number of units for MaSa goes up, because he starts one-shotting units, but the Disruptors both getting caught off guard. Both of them get taken out. puCK is trying to go after this third expansion. He's going to kill off a couple of workers, but I don't know if this is actually going to pay out for him.
Well, if he keeps the Stalkers alive like the way he has been doing here with the Micro, gonna be yeah, another Disruptor shot. 15 workers did die during that trade, so that was pretty good because not that many Stalkers did get traded out.
But the Disruptors getting killed off, I think, is a really big deal. Because you have to remember, again, as MaSa's army gets bigger and bigger, as it gets Liberators up and everything, the Stalkers start to lose a bit of their value because they can't trade out as efficiently. It becomes humanly impossible to blink fast enough to dodge all of the shots. Blink forward! Whoa, that is a very aggressive blink forward. Disruptor shot getting some okay damage done, but MaSa senses blood over here. He's going to try and push forward.
Oh, man, was that a mistake out of puCK, getting a little bit too overeager, or did he just do it like a mistake, a clicking mistake, you know?
Yeah, may not have seen all the units that were actually there, may have thought that there was a little bit more of a vulnerable period, but it is going to force puCK to back off, and that gives MaSa more time to get up that army once again. And here's again the thing, with all the Disruptors that have been picked off for puCK, he just doesn't have as strong of a late game transition. He needs to get up that Disruptor count to really be able to contest with a large Terran force.
Yeah, that was the big deal. It just losing those Disruptors never was good. And also keep in mind that the upgrades situation right now. puCK is just now getting +1/+1. Oh gosh, he's going to be able to seize the ramp right now. The Disruptors are in position. MaSa has to make
careful.
this
It's
work.
inside the Liberator zone. The Disruptor is going to get taken out, but the War Prism picks up at the last second. Stalker is trading out relatively well versus the Marine Marauder bio that's actually trying to make their way up the ramp through a choke. Disruptor's getting focus fire down, but puCK's Micro is a little bit too good.
Oh my, puCK's Micro, you are right. It is godlike almost, and here comes the bio from the south. And it looks like puCK was not able to get that Disruptor shot.
The Marines aren't actually even here. They can't actually kill off these the War Prism, but it looks like the Disruptors both get taken out. Stalker's eventually going to start falling over here. And it looks
the dirt blink, but also that recovery, extra life.
He's got his back. It's the tasteless War Prism.
Yeah, he's like going in and just like, oh, I messed up.
But here's the thing, Tempo. Normally in that situation, Protoss player is really floundering. They say, oh, I just lost my entire army of Stalkers. I don't know what to do. puCK has actually gotten up a 4th expansion behind this. He's been actually making double Disruptors behind this. So while I was a little bit concerned for him before and how many Disruptors he had, how good his late game transition was going to be, he's actually made it work really, really well. And he's just been able to consistently put on the pressure for MaSa. And even though MaSa has been doing a good job, he's still sitting up 120 to 130 supply. puCK is still looking really strong right now.
He really is. Even using these Disruptor drops again, not going to lose it to that missile turret once again. So does not want that to happen because he needs to keep this Disruptor count up. The Liberator count really isn't even there just yet. So the Stalkers, yeah, they're important, but it's more so about those Disruptors that he does need because that Bioforce is really starting to get scary. You know, the army value is about tied, but there is an upgrade advantage at least here from MaSa. Or at least there was one. I think he's on 2-1 to the 1-1 of puCK.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we are going to be seeing a couple of medevacs loading up, getting in position to maybe get some damage done. We'll see what he can do as puCK is moving around. His Stalkers, he senses something. I think the Observer might have caught a glimpse of it. He's going to try and find them. Does find it with one of the Stalkers. Oh man, MaSa is going to be in a dangerous spot, but puCK, he spots him out. He's going to get in position, but his Stalkers are moving along the north. Is puCK really just going to leave Warpins and Photon Overcharge to deal with this? He's going to try and go for some counter damage.
Oh man, but what is even at the third base of puCK? He only has a Disruptor here, and it's being rallied to the north. So MaSa has a big force, triple medevacs that's going to be dropping here. Disruptor, if he knows, don't get caught.
Oh, no. Disruptor's getting caught right now. And the Disruptor shots are okay, but not actually killing off that much. Disruptor shot does get focus fire down, and he does buy himself some time, but so many Disruptors going down. But their Dark Temple are going to come in the mix at the same time. The Stalkers blink their way back, finally going after those medevacs, but puCK missing out on the opportunity I think he was looking for. He wanted to basically end up trading.
Yeah, now here comes MaSa at the 4th base. He has 4 Liberators that are here, and this is a beautiful position for MaSa. But whoop, boom, Shakalaka, going to be able to take out so many of those bio units. And MaSa, he does have a great position set up, but puCK is just going to blink in. He shoots a Disruptor, but it doesn't really hit anything.
Oh.
No, it's more about taking out the Liberator, zoning out.
But Tempo, the Liberator count is just gone at this point, and puCK is sitting up 40 supply. I think they took the engagement he needed. GG, let's go. puCK ties up the series 1-1.
Keeping the Protoss dream alive.